Hey everyone, today I wanted to show you how to bind off in pattern for the seed stitch. I'm finishing up a scarf for my husband. It's done in the basic basket weave, which actually I'm looking at the wrong side, but it's done in the basic basket weave pattern, and it's got a seed stitch border, so you can see. Now the seed stitch, if you look, is basically purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit. And then for the next row, you purl the knits and knit the purls. Because I'm binding it off in pattern, that means that I will continue to knit the purls and purls the knits. But if you were doing something, let's say like ribbing, or if I was even binding off in the, this basket weave pattern, I would, if it was a knit stitch, I would knit it. And then if it was a purl stitch, I would purl it. But that just depends on the stitch that you're using, or the pattern that you're using. So yeah, but this will work for this instance. Okay, so you can see the first stitch has a purl, so I would knit that normally. Now the first stitch when you're binding off is, I'm just going to slip it over onto this needle, this needle here. So because I'm doing it, I would purl it, I'm going to slip it I'm going to slip it knitwise, because I would knit the purl. Sorry. So I just put my yarn in like that and transfer it over. The next one I would purl, so I would pull my yarn forward, knit, or purl, and then there you go. And then, to bind off, you're going to move this loop, the first loop that was moved, and you're going to move it forward over the second one I did. And there you go. I've bound off my first stitch. Alright, and now the next one is knit. So we just knit. Move it across, purl, and I just went ahead and moved my, you saw that, I went ahead and moved my yarn to the back before I bound off, because I just find it a little easier, but if you can do it the other way, that's fine. Alright, and then I'm going to bind off this stitch. It's harder for me to do with this camera setup. I tried it with a different camera, and I kept hitting the camera itself with the needles, so that did not work very well. Okay, and then I'll just continue to do this until I reach the end. And since this is actually a pretty wide scarf, I'm going to just skip forward until I'm closer to the end, okay? So I'll see you then. Okay, so I only have 4 stitches left to bind off, and I just wanted to show you what it looks like. I didn't mention before, but don't pull your stitches too tightly when you are binding off, otherwise it'll make that bound off edge not the same width as the rest of your project. But you can see it has a little bit of stretch to it, but that's just, the joy of knitting. Alright, so I'll finish up these last 4 for you so you can watch me do it again. Okay, now here's the last one. You'll just pull it there. And there you go. Now I'm just left with the one on the needle. Now I don't have a whole lot of yarn left, but what you would normally do is just go ahead and cut enough to weave in the ends, like 4 or 5 inches, something like that, depending on the yarn you're using. Okay, and just pull your needle out, and then there you go. Have a great day.